Hey there everyone, Michael here. After popular request, I am going to be making the famous Pineapple Dole Whip. The Pineapple Dole Whip is so popular both at Disneyland in California and Walt Disney World in Florida. In both instances, they use a soft serve machine, which I do not have, so I'm going to try and make do with some other recipes I found. I found two recipes that sound pretty good, so I'm going to try both of them. One's a little bit more complicated, one's a little bit easier. Let me tell you, after our last carrot cake cookie recipe, I'm looking forward to the easy one. That's me personally, but let's just give it a try. Now for the first simple recipe, we're going to be using condensed milk, frozen pineapple, and a little bit of 2% milk. Now the first step of the frozen recipe is to put 4 cups of frozen chopped pineapple into the blender. Now you may remember this blender with the motor on the top here. We're going to try and put 4 cups of pineapple inside. There's the first cup approximately of pineapple right there. There's the second cup, and I'd say about 3 cups per this size bag. Perfect. Oh gosh, oh my gosh. It's spilling. There we go, 4 cups of pineapple. Now the recipe said it has to be frozen. It has to be frozen solid pineapple. It is frozen, so we're gonna act fast. Now for this recipe, I need to chop them up a little bit in advance before I add the condensed and regular milk. So let's do that now. Here we go. There we go, that looks, that's so, I would call that definitely chopped. Okay, now time for half a cup of regular 2% milk. Just enough, perfect. Half a cup. All that's left is half a cup of the condensed milk. And I know what you're thinking, Michael, how can this be enough for an entire pineapple Dole Whip? No ice cream, no nothing. Apparently it got lots of good reviews, so I'm gonna give it a try for you. Okay, there we go. Half a cup of condensed milk. Wow, I need a spoon to get all this out. And apparently that's it. Apparently that is the end of it, and so now I have to just mix it up and I'll get a pineapple Dole Whip. I'm not sure how this is gonna work out, but we're trying it together. Okay, just 3 ingredients. Let's try mixing it up. Now the directions do state that you have to kind of go in there and move everything around a little bit just to make sure everything gets mixed evenly, so that's what I'm doing now. Okay, there we are. We've blended it quite. Oh my gosh, it really does look like ice cream. Wow, look at this consistency. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to try it. That looks delicious. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try it right now. That has got to be the easiest thing I have ever made. Oh wow, all right. I'm just gonna give it a quick try. See if it needs anything else. Here we go, bon appetit. That's impressive. That's impressive. Obviously it can't compete with Disney World and Disneyland's Pineapple Dole Whip, but it needs a little bit more blending, but my gosh, that is delicious. That is delicious. This has got to be the easiest Disney Pineapple Dole Whip, and it's pretty close. It's pretty close. I would make this again for like a party in a heartbeat. Absolute heartbeat. Delicious. Now I gotta say, this is absolutely delicious, but I feel like it needs something. I feel like it just needs just a little something. Maybe a little bit more milk. Maybe it needs lemon juice, maybe it needs vanilla extract. I gotta try something else in here. Now I do have a much more complicated recipe that I was planning on using, but I wanna continue to improve on this one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a 1/4 teaspoon, just a very small 1/4 teaspoon of lemon. Just a little bit, just to add just a little something. It's just missing just a little bit something. Probably won't be enough, but I wanna try it, see if there's a difference between that and what I just made. But I gotta say, this is absolutely amazing how well and how fast this turned out. Okay, let's try that 1/4 teaspoon, probably not gonna be enough, of lemon juice, just to see if there's a difference. Small difference, let's find out. Definitely getting closer. The lemon juice is absolutely the right way to go. We're getting much closer now. Now let's add half a teaspoon of lemon. Let's continue on. Let's add half a teaspoon now of lemon. So that's in total, we're adding 3/4 of a teaspoon of lemon juice, just for that little extra bit of flavor, a little bit of extra magic to our Dole Whip here. Okay, there we go, with 3/4 of a teaspoon of lemon juice. Let's give this a try. Let's try it now. Oh yes, oh my gosh, yes. That is almost perfect. I don't even want to try the other recipe. I might still, but wow. I am so impressed with the Pineapple Dole Whip recipe. It is the easiest thing in the world to make, and it really brings the magic back home. It's really bringing the magic back home to me. Now, I don't want to overdo it on the lemon juice, so I think 3/4 of a teaspoon of lemon juice was perfect. This is truly a fantastic recipe. Half a cup of condensed milk, half a cup of 2% milk, 4 cups of frozen, truly frozen pineapple, and 3/4 of a teaspoon of lemon juice. Perfect Pineapple Dole Whip. Now I absolutely love this recipe. It's a great one. I would make it again in a heartbeat. Perfect for parties. But for now I'm going to put it in this Tupperware container so I can share it with my family and they can try it and I can try the next recipe. And here we go, going right in the Tupperware container. It really looks like ice cream. It really does. One of the easiest Disney recipes I have ever made from scratch. I'm telling you, this is the easiest one ever. When I get my house in Golden Oaks and I invite all of my friends to come join me, this is what I'm gonna be serving at the tables. Homemade pineapple Dole Whip. It's gonna be perfect. Now, while I was filming that last segment, a friend of mine sent me another recipe, another pineapple Dole Whip at home recipe that looks even easier and looks even closer to what the real pineapple Dole Whips at Walt Disney World and Disneyland look like. So we're gonna make simple recipe number 2. So we're gonna have a simple recipe 1, which we just made, and simple recipe number 2. Now, this recipe calls for 2 cups of frozen pineapple and half a cup of regular milk. Okay, let's get our blender out here and put 2 cups inside. 2 cups of frozen crushed pineapple. Now we just need half a cup of milk here. Let's try and get, and we don't have enough milk. Let me go give it another gallon of milk. There we go. Half a cup of milk, 2 cups pineapple. Now, the recipe also says we can add 1 teaspoon of lime juice to the mix, and it's supposed to add something. Now, I'm not gonna do it right away. I'm gonna wait for a second. I'm gonna mix this up, see what it looks like, see what it tastes like, and then add the lime, see if it adds anything. Okay, here we go. It's all staying near the top. I can't get it to mix. Oh, it's definitely getting creamier in there. It's starting to look like pineapple Dole Whip, but you have to keep mixing it up. The other one, it kind of just mixed up itself pretty well. Probably my blender here, that's the problem, but it's starting to look pretty good. Let's keep going. Okay, it's definitely tougher to blend this one up. Definitely a little bit tougher, but now it's evenly mixed. Let's give it a try. I'm so excited. There we go, simple recipe number 2, pineapple Dole Whip. It's very good, but nothing close to the first one. This one's not as sweet, but the original one, the condensed milk, it has its aftertaste there. It's a little bit aftertaste. But I want to try this again. Let's try 1 teaspoon of lime. It seems weird, I don't think of lime when I think of pineapple Dole Whip. 1 teaspoon of lime juice. Okay, with the lime juice this time. Let's try it one more time. Simple recipe number 2 with the lime juice. Here we go. It's definitely got a great flavor with that lime. I like the lime, I do. It's missing something. It's missing something, like a sweetness from ice cream, like an ice cream sweetness. That gives me an idea. I'm gonna try vanilla extract. I know it sounds a little weird, but I want to give it a try. I don't know. Somehow I feel like, hey, we're going off recipe here a little bit. Let's try a quarter. Oh my gosh, that went over. Okay. Let's try and pour this back in. Okay, there you go, vanilla extract. Okay, it pours out of there pretty easily here. Okay, we got about, I'd say, 5 splashes of vanilla extract. We're just trying something. We're just trying, see what it's like. Here we go, here we go. It's definitely adding, that added a little bit. I don't think I want any more vanilla extract in there. I feel like it's still missing something. Maybe a little bit of condensed milk would help. Okay, we've got a little bit of leftover condensed milk. We're gonna try and go for 1 tablespoon here of condensed milk. See if it adds that little extra, I don't know, sweetness that I'm looking for. All right, here's 1 tablespoon. We are completely off recipe now. I mean, we're 100% off recipe. We're just having fun at this point. Okay, that's 1 tablespoon of condensed milk. Because I feel like the other recipe number 1, had a little bit too much condensed milk. So maybe this will solve that problem. Here it is, recipe number 2 with all those concoctions inside. Here we go. It's getting there, but it's not quite the same. It's not quite the same. It's still missing something. I can't figure out what it is. Okay, to add a little bit more of that sweetness that I'm looking for, I'm totally off the recipe, 100% off the recipe here. I have this Dole Pineapple Tidbits can that I found at the store, and what I'm going for a little bit of those tidbits, the pineapple tidbits, but I'm also going for the juice right here. Okay, I'm gonna just try 1 tablespoon of, oh my gosh, it's spilled. Pineapple is about a little bit over a heaping tablespoon of pineapple juice here. Just wanna try it. See what it's like. It's not going to be as thick a consistency. I'm going for that flavor now. I'm going for that flavor. Gotta get there. Let's give this a try. Here we go. Oh, we're getting closer now. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. All right. So we tried that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon of pineapple juice here. Just 1 more tablespoon, and then a few squirts, just a little bit of lemon juice. We are completely okay, that was too much. We are completely off the recipe at this point. We're gone. We're off the recipe. We're just having fun. Here we go. Okay, I'm not sure how much ice cream consistency it has left because I've added so much to it, but it's still there. It's still there. Here we go. Here's recipe number, I would call this 7 because we've just gone completely off the recipe. Here we go. Bon appetit. Oh yes, that's great. That is great. I love that. I don't know. You can follow all the steps as I went along here, but this flavor is perfect. It's really great. It's perfect for the at-home taste for the pineapple Dole Whip. Now, making that fantastic pineapple Dole Whip float at home is never going to be the same because we don't have those soft serve ice cream machines at home. If you do, you're one of the lucky ones, and you gotta tell me which one you have, because I kind of want one at this point after trying this a few times. I really did like both recipes, but the second, or I guess 8th one or 10th one, whatever we called it, the last one I made really did have the best flavor in my opinion. It was sweet. The consistency, again, is not quite there because we don't have that soft serve machine, but it's still a great sweet treat. Reminds me of the magic back at Disney. Thanks for being a part of this adventure with me. I love being able to share these videos with you. Let me know if you're a fan of cooking with Michael. I love being able to share them with you. Until next time, have a magical day.